the major techniques should be learned first to the best of one's ability. Later, boxers learn the minor techniques. Ancient mentors set up 15 main techniques, but other boxing manuals may include more or less. Still, the defensive and offensive techniques of all coaches are about the same. Master techniques for defense distinguish 40 boxing movements. Salab Fan Pla, or cross stitch, is a technique used for fighting at a distance. When the opponent throws a powerful straight punch, one steps outside of the opponent's reach so the punch won't connect. Paksa Wek Rung, or bird peeping through the nest, is used for fighting at close quarters. It involves raising the left and right arms to block a punch. One holds the hands together and peeps through the gap between the arms. Hakko Mahingsa, or holding the opponent's neck, is a technique to ward off a punch by quickly moving the body away and raising the knee to hit the opponent in the stomach or chest. When an opponent goes on a counter-attack, one may do the following: Hatnuman Tawai Wan, or counter the opponent's punch by stepping in close and throwing a left uppercut to the chin. Another master technique used for countering is Chawa Sadhok. This is to counter a straight punch by swaying the body and countering with the elbow in the ribs of the opponent. Praram Yet Longa, or Rama the Vanquisher of Lanka, is used by well-trained boxers and depends on the power and footwork of the boxers. Tad Mala is a technique used to counter with an elbow or a knee to the chin when an opponent moves in close to throw a punch. Pak Dai Toi is a master technique to counter an attack by throwing a punch under the opponent's fists and hitting him with an elbow at the back of the head. Hak Nguang Ayala involves grabbing the opponent's leg and countering with an elbow. There are three classes of master techniques for counter-attacking: shoving with the feet, kicking with the feet, and raising the knees. Mon Yalak is a master technique used to counter a punch by swaying the body and thrusting a kick with the foot to the chest of the opponent. Hanuman Hernwei Ha involves a series of kicks to defend against knee kicks. It is regarded as a top defensive technique. Pranarai Kam Samut is a spectacular kick to the neck of the opponent. Jorake Fad Hang, or crocodile thrashing its tail, involves turning the body and hitting the opponent in the nape of the neck with the heel. Hakko Erawan is a technique to counter by raising the hand to block a punch and jumping to hit the opponent with the knee. Naka Bidhang is a way to counter by grasping and twisting the toes with both hands and kicking the opponents in the thigh with the knee. After receiving a complete training in the master techniques, a boxer will learn the complementary techniques. These are more subtle, but very powerful and dramatic, regardless of whether they involve punching with the fists, use of the elbows, the knees or the feet. Most boxing manuals categorize around 15 complementary boxing techniques, more or less depending on the mentor's background and experience. Complementary techniques for counter-attacking include the following. Erawan Soig Nga, a dramatic way of assault, where the boxer learns how to block a punch and step in close, using one hand to swipe at the opponent and the other to deliver a punch to the chin. Praram Nao Son is used to counter an attack with the elbows. The boxer uses one hand to guard and the other to punch at the chin. Complementary techniques using the elbows for counter-attacking are Hiran Muan Pandin, a good technique to defend against a kick to the ribs by using the arm to block, and turning to hit the opponent with the elbow in the chin or the face. Hong Pek Hat is a good counter-attack against punching by using the elbows on the upper arm of the opponent. Phan Luok Tuop also uses the elbows raised at ear level to hit at the chin or face. Rusi Bodya is used when the opponent drops his guard. The boxer will dash forward using the elbows to deliver a blow to the head or the collarbone. Yak Ngian Pla is a good counter-attack when the boxer needs to evade a punch. He turns a little, steps in close and raises the knee to kick in the opponent's chin. Complementary techniques involving kicking include Bata Lupak. This is using the feet to block a punch and to kick at the opponent's face, making him angry and lose control. Ten Guadlan is used to counter-attack kicking. The boxer evades or blocks a kick and uses the feet to kick at the opponent's ankles. Complementary techniques can also involve the use of the feet. Quang Liao Lang is a technique by which a boxer feigns a kick to deceive the opponent. Prat Ram Sagot Tap is a dramatic and powerful technique using the feet to kick or shove at the throat of the opponent. Tayer Kamsao is a technique to counter a kick by lashing out the opponent's upper thigh with the feet. Other minor techniques include Wua Ban Lak, a technique to counter-attack a punch by hugging the opponent. When the boxer is on the opponent's back, he hits him with the knee. Kumpan Pung Hok is another counter-attack against a punch. The boxer moves away a little, bends the opponent's neck and raises a knee to hit him in the stomach. Kunyak Panan is a technique that involves throwing the opponent down